You ready? You ready to film? You ready to do this? All right, guys. Homer from BasementFigs, Elgin, Illinois, Zone 5B. And we got a special episode today. What we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and split this tree in half. We have an awesome event happening locally. A bunch of local figsters are getting together next Saturday. And I figured it'd be a nice gift for one of my fig friends if I split this tree in half and give her one. So this is the longy out. I already have one in a 15-gallon container. The other one is gonna go in ground, maybe, and the other one's gonna go to my friend. So we're gonna take the hacksaw, cut the tree in half, and see what happens, guys. First time doing this, so fingers crossed. Let's do this. Okay, so the first thing we do is we want to loosen this plant from this bucket, and the easiest way to do that is with a mallet, in my opinion. And just like that, it's out. It's kind of always cool to see the plant and the root system. Now that we got it out of the pot, the first thing I like to do is I kind of like to size it to the container that I'm going to put it in, right? So one of the half of the tree that's going to my friend is going to go back into that 5-gallon, and then the other half that we're going to keep is going to go into a 7-gallon. And generally my strategy here is 15 gallons are keepers. It's always going to stay in the pot. 10 gallons are going to go into the grow tent, and then 7 gallons are plants or trees that I'm planning to plant in ground. Okay, so if we put this LD8 in here, we can see that it needs to be cut down shorter, maybe 3 inches, 3 to 4 inches. Okay, but before we do that, we're going to go ahead and split this root system up. Okay, so we got a closer shot, closer angle. Hopefully you guys can follow along with me. And the goal is we're just going to find the center spot between these two branches and cut straight down on it, okay? This might actually help us. This one. And guys, my soil mix is living soil, and that's why I have the tarp down. The goal is to save as much of it as possible. The soil is reusable, continuous. I can re-amend it, and it can go for years, okay? A lot better. Give me some leverage. All right, so again, we're gonna split this plant right in the middle using a hacksaw. It's not hard, but it's not butter either. I can feel the big roots cutting. What's really key is the plant or the pot needs to be a little bit somewhat dry so that this becomes a little bit easier. I'm kind of curious to see the middle. And just like that, we have 2. You can kind of see where I cut it perfectly on this one. Here's the original cutting. That's where I made the cut. And then this is the other half. You guys see this? How the branch turns like that? I want to plant the the trunk right about here, so it'll grow straight, right? But that means I need to go ahead and remove about 3 inches from the bottom. So I'll just mark that, and and then I'll know how much I have to trim off. I'm gonna go and try, see if I can just cut it same way I did it in half. Yeah, I think that was a lot easier to do it that way, guys. Yeah, I'm okay with that. All right, guys, now that I'm ready to transplant this LDA into the 7-gallon, I got perlite on the bottom. I'm just gonna actually just take it off. And then what I'm gonna do is put some of this living soil mix on the bottom. I apologize to those guys that been waiting for my soil mix. I got the video done, but it was boring. It really was boring. And I'm just trying to figure out how to make it interesting for you guys. So it's just on the editing table right now. So we got our living soil base down there. Again, Biotome. Love this stuff. Oyster shells. We got our microbiology here. Gonna get it back in the pot. Try to center it. What I'm actually gonna do, guys, is I'm gonna break up this root ball. Living soil environments, they really encourage the decomposition of roots inside the living soil. So that's what we're gonna do. But I just wanna break it up. Okay. Take some new soil. This soil has a lot of pumice already and rice hull. I do love my aeration, guys, so a little bit more of this perlite. Okay, this plant looks like it's gonna be ready to go dormant. And then when we decide in the spring if it's gonna go in the ground or not. We got some earthworm castings to top it off. My favorite fertilizer. Okay, and then we got some lime. Just work that in with my fingers. Okay, and that's one. Even though it fits the pot perfectly, I'm going to trim it a little bit because I want to be able to keep top feeding it. Just like the other plant, we want to center this one. All right, guys, so that's another one done. all we need to do is go ahead and water these guys, all right? So I got my watering wand here. I'm gonna water these up. Again, you guys see my watering video. What you wanna do is kind of slowly saturate the containers here, guys. All right, guys, I'm gonna let them take their time and slowly get saturated. But what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna actually move them to that platform that we abandoned a couple weeks ago because it wasn't getting a lot of sun anymore. So that's gonna be a great place to get these figs there and not stress them out with too much sun. All right, guys, Homer from Basement Figs, Elgin, Illinois, Zone 5B, and that's how you guys take one plant and make two out of it. I think it looked great. Only time will tell how well we did. So we're just gonna baby these figs for a couple more days here, and then this one's gonna go off to our friend. All right, guys, I appreciate watching. I hope you learned something. Stick around. We've got more stuff to do before the season ends, so I appreciate the love and support. Peace.